Slate.
Yeah, let's go.
Is that the word?
Yeah, it's like the right.
Yeah. You go by Blue? Is that?
Yeah, it's my real name.
Oh, cool. Well, my name's Tyler.
What's up?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is your favorite color blue also?
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if it wasn't, right?
What if you hated blue?
Yeah, what if I was like, nah, it's actually purple? Like that would be kind of weird.
A signature bass guitar.
Yeah.
Why is this the best bass in the world?
Dude, it's the best bass in the world. No, I'll tell you seriously though. Why?
No,
yeah.
I didn't think it could be.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is my signature jazz bass with Fender. Full like EQ spectrum here. Got an active preamp, which is really sick. This new like pickup configuration that Fender's never done before, which was really cool.
Wow.
It's like a single coil jazz bass and then two like jazz bass pickups like wound together to make a humbucker. It's really sick.
Oh.
And when you have just this on, it kind of sounds like a built-in drive almost. It's just kind of like clean, just everything neutral.
Yep.
Very like kind of full frequency range.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got, this is just the front pickup. You know, kind of like jazz bassy sound.
That sounds like a J bass.
Yeah, exactly. So you can get that sound. And then this is just this humbucker. It's like way grittier.
That's my kind of sound.
Yeah, it's fire.
I feel
And then
like
if
I
you,
need less nuance because my stupid fingers around it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this will help me out.
Yeah, it's cool for like.
It's also a little louder because
It's
the
a little
humbucker.
exactly. And also view this as like a bass boost. You know what I mean? It's just like you can really get. Yeah, like,
That punches.
Really, yeah,
big time.
it's awesome. And then this is like. Just like a little bit more brightness.
Yeah, a little.
And then mid range, you know, you can get. You know, a little more muted sound,
Awesome.
more mid range. Yeah, that's basically. That's kind of, yeah, and then I did the bass boost. And this active passive. And this is just passive. So it's like a little more punch with the active preamp, which I like.
Versatile for different venues too.
Yeah, exactly. And especially for me, like there's times in the set too where, you know, I'm playing, you know, the song or whatever, and then I go into a solo and I want it to feel a little bit, I want it to like stick out a little bit more, and then I'll like hit on the preamp or I'll like, you know, do this pickup or, you know, it's cool because like everything's in the bass. Like I don't need any pedals or like outside, like the front of house doesn't have to do anything. It's like all kind of within this, which I think is really cool. It's super freeing. You know?
You don't need any of these. You just
Yeah, I
have
don't
this
need any of them.
whole
This
this buffet of tone.
I know, guys. Before we started filming, I was explaining that I have all of these, but I don't really use them.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
It looks sweet.
And it's cool for writing. It's cool for like the studio to like come in and be like I have songs where I've made like kick drums just from like these synth bassy pedals, like from the bass, and then we like cut it up and manipulate it. So it's cool to like have the option.
Sculpt the tone.
Yeah, but I like the like distortion.
Yeah, go through
stuff.
some that you actually use because they
So
have stickers on them or tape that is highly advanced communication methods.
This is really how the pros do it.
I
In
know,
case
I've
you
seen
didn't
it.
know, every song in my show has a different setting. Sometimes pedals are used for 2 songs, so I have to mark it like I just wrote it like this.
It looks pretty accurate.
I know. It definitely like is super. Every show it sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and then in between songs I have to like go down and
It's
change
like
it.
it's like a workout move.
It's really a workout.
I've seen pros do it like this.
Have you
so,
actually?
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Yes, definitely.
So I mean, I use the Big Muff a lot. Just for like solo stuff.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
That's
and
cool.
then there's a part in my set where my guitar player plays the solo, and then I'm kind of like, I go after him, and we were just rehearsing, and it just felt like it was a drop in energy.
Yeah.
So I needed something obviously to compete.
Hey.
So that's like an octave pedal that I use.
That's cool.
And with the Big Muff, it just sounds so awesome, and it cuts through really, really well. Yeah, and I'll like post videos of that. And people are like, what is that?
Did you overdub a synthesizer?
Yeah, they like think it's like in the track or something, but that's always really fun. And then I have.
Oh, that's my favorite. I love an auto wah.
Yeah, I love that
like
shit.
An envelope kind of thing.
Exactly, like the bootsy kind of sound. So I have those. A lot of songs with I have 2 different ones. They kind of like open up. And then I have like, this is nice for like.
That's
Little
really
delay for when I'm doing like chordal stuff. And then I got, like chorus, which I don't use, but it's nice.
Yeah.
And then a little like cut through when you really want to. Pretty sick. And then I even have a boost, which I don't use. Because I already
Well,
have
now you got it in the
boost.
bass.
I know,
right?
now I have it in the bass, but it's nice to just have the option so you don't feel limited by anything. You know, you can always get whatever tone you want to get.
Yeah, I mean that's been the common theme with people I talk to who tour a lot is like, I don't use most of this, but if I need it,
Exactly.
you never know what's going to happen at the show, at the venue, and what the room's going to sound like, and what the sound guy's up to. You know, he might have had a long night before.
Exactly. Or sometimes maybe you like add another song to the set, and you're like, oh, it'd be really nice if I had a delay for this, and now you have it. But usually I'm super like almost like purist when it comes to like bass tone. Like I just like the sound of the sound of my fingers on the bass. Like I just want the sound.
Right on.
Yeah.
What are your upcoming plans other than releasing this bass guitar in September?
Yeah, so I have this bass coming out in September. I have another little headline tour run at the end of September, which would be really fun. Yeah, that's kind of the big. Yeah, just the bass coming out and tour. Kind of.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. I guess I'm like.
I mean,
like
it's not like I hope I'm not downplaying.
Like,
it's like, you know, just putting on a signature bass and going on tour.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm like, nothing really going on. Yeah,
there's a lot
like
of downtime in that, but then there's a lot of like you need that mental preparation to do these things, I think.
100%. Yeah, there's a lot of days where, like, I'll have like days off, but I'm just at home like preparing for tour, like just dropping this and making sure that it reaches everyone that I want it to reach. And
when was the last time you had like a real day off? Is there one that you can recall?
I don't know.
I was asking myself this question. I was like,
when do you ever have days off, or like how do you?
Well, because our jobs are so weird. You can technically trick yourself into feeling like I'm off right now or I'm not working.
Right.
But it's kind of always on.
But you're always kind of working, which is also the beauty of it.
My work is like always in my pocket.
Exactly. Like I can always be like in an instant, like on it, or an instant, like just being like, okay, I'm not doing anything today. I mean, sometimes on tour when we have like days off, you're still technically
take them.
Yeah, you're still technically on tour.
Yeah.
But we like, like me and my band and crew, we like to like have fun and do stuff in the cities and whatever. But yeah, I guess I don't really do that. I don't really do that much.
I mean, this is what it takes, people.
No.
Not one vacation date or else.
No, I mean, I'll have days where I'm more chilling than working, but
half power.
Yeah, when I'm just half on it, I guess.
Let's play a couple little jams. How about that?
Let's do it, man. know, for me, like performing is really important. And when I perform, I'm like singing and the front person. So I wanted a bass that could really shine, you know, on its own. So yeah, I did this sparkle color matching headstock.
I gotta see the back side of it too.
Yeah, the back side is really cool. So I have the signature up here, and then the neck plate is this like silhouette of me like whipping my hair.
Where did you did that come from, like a picture of you at a show?
Yeah, it came from a picture, actually a picture of me when I was like 17 or something. It's like a really old picture that just like kind of stayed.
How many times did you sign your signature before you picked that
So
one?
many times. It's actually so funny you asked me that, because no one's asked me that yet. I probably signed it like 50 times.
Yeah, you gotta
and then
hit the
to
right
that
one.
point I was like, Fender, like pick the one you like the best, like
Yeah.
whatever looks the best. What if they all came out and I was like, oh man,
We need you to send 50 more.
yeah, dude. And also it's a super lightweight bass. It's like the lightest weight bass Fender's ever made. So
Yeah,
it's a chambered ash. It's really cool.
I was holding it. It's definitely a light.
Yeah.
Did you learn bass first? Was that your first instrument?
Yeah, so bass was my first instrument. Now I play a little bit guitar as well.
Yeah.
And sing and produce and stuff. But yeah, I started playing bass when I was 7. My brother was playing drums at the time, so it kind of made sense, bass and drums.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't really see many, you know, women especially playing bass. And I was like, oh, why don't I be a little bit different and more unique? And I tried bass, and I just fell in love with it. And
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what would you say your primary influences are, if you have to name like your Mount Rushmore 4?
Ooh, in terms of bass players,
Yeah.
Bernard Edwards for sure. James Jameson probably. Marcus Miller. Who else? Michel Deggiocello. I could go on. Larry Graham.
I took a look at some of the stuff that you play, and it's very melodic sometimes.
Yeah.
Did that come from a certain place, or that's just like your natural musical instinct to kind of, you don't play like lead guitar kind of bass, but there's like a little bit higher in the register sometimes that
I like hear music through the bass always, like through the bass line. And my favorite bass lines are always like melodies themselves.
Yeah.
So I think when I'm writing like Good Times, for example, by Chic, like Bernard Edwards is my favorite bass player, it's such a catchy melody in itself. So like I think when I write music, the bass line has to be something that I can like sing back. Yeah, I don't know. I was always really into like improvisation, soloing, I guess, and jazz, and like using the bass to express myself in a way that's not only like holding it down in the group, but like being able to use the bass in a new way as like an emotional center, like an emotional, just like express myself in a way. And like sometimes that can just come through like higher register stuff.
Sometimes there's a stigma like the bass shouldn't go beyond a certain octave or range.
Against that.
You're against that?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think it's dumb.
Yeah, well, I think it's just like there's no rules, I think. Yeah, just however you express yourself the best is like the way you should do it, you know. And if people don't like that or don't want to hear it, then they don't have to, you know.
Yeah.
If people do.
I think it might have been a bass player scolding me.
Probably.
Come to think of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, hey, guitar player playing bass. You can always recognize that, right?
I can always tell when there's like when they're a guitar player.
What's
first,
wrong
like,
with us?
I don't know. I think it's like the way you like hold. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just something.
Well, I also don't use a pick ever.
Okay.
I'm just
that's
not
important to know.
Yeah, I didn't grow up. I just like grew up learning like finger style.
Mm-hmm.
I just never got into pick playing. So there's a day, maybe one day. Oh, am I gonna try with this?
We haven't heard it on this signature.
I know.
Maybe it's gonna
let's
unlock
do
an
it with
even
this
a newer tone.
I know, right?
That's cool. I dig that. Oh shit, I thought you were playing Milkshake.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
So even pick players can play this bass.
Now that's a quality instrument.